Are we recording?
We're recording. Oh,
Are we
sorry.
still in frame?
I don't know, probably.
We hope.
We hope.
But this time we'll watch it on the camera before we upload it to YouTube.
Yes, that was my fault. My bad. Hi. Today is Wednesday, December 7th, and we are in
Hatch, New Mexico, which is just north of Radium Springs. For you Cars fans, the namesake of the Radiator Springs.
We think,
from the movie Cars. So we're going to cover 2 days today. The first day was Tuesday the 6th, and we had been in Carlsbad, New Mexico, taking a side trip to go see some awesomeness in the caverns, Carlsbad Caverns. And we were going to go back again and do some more exploration and walking around in the caves. But because of this freak snowstorm that they're having here in the southwest, they closed the caverns on us from the snow and ice on the roads. So instead we drove down the road to Guadalupe Mountain National Park, and
we got some great photos.
Got some great photos and checked the visitor center out, and opted not to go hiking.
I wimped out.
Well, my dad had open-toed.
It was 22 degrees.
My dad had open-toed shoes too, so we weren't going to make him tromp through the snow with sandals on. So we just drove to El Paso, and we got ourselves organized because starting today, we were going to start riding loaded again, and say goodbye to my dad tomorrow.
Yeah.
But this is where today starts, and so I'll let Jen take over.
So we woke up in El Paso and we looked at the temperatures kind of for the next 5 or 6 days, and we're kind of equipped and ready to camp at
30 degrees.
30 to maybe 25 would be pushing it, but we're not equipped.
We could stay warm at 25.
Yeah.
But we would have to pretty much put on everything we own.
Yep. And so we looked at the temperatures, and it's going to get down into the teens at night. And so we made a decision with Chris's dad that he would stay with us through the pass.
He's so picky. He wants us to survive this trip.
I know. I don't want your nose cut off.
I want my son to live. Blah, blah, blah. Jen too. It's more like I want Jen to live. Chris too.
Chris too, I guess, because he's with her. But so he has graciously agreed to support us to Silver City for a couple more days.
Which gets us through the high pass of Emery Pass here in New Mexico, which is like 9,000 feet. So.
And I mean, it could be as cold as in the 20s
during the day.
During the day, at the lower part, and then when we climb to the pass, we've heard stories that it could be up to 10 degrees colder. So.
Yeah.
I'm very glad that he's supporting us.
Right,
I'm very appreciative that he's supporting us.
It gets us through the pass faster and back down to lower altitudes. So.
And so today we were going to ride from El Paso to Las Cruces, which was going to be 45 miles, but instead we rode from El Paso to Hatch, where we are tonight.
75
miles. And so it was tough. Like we were in kind of, I guess today we started out, it was probably in the 20s.
Yeah.
And then we didn't take off any clothes the whole ride. So
I actually added clothes.
So like we were out there for probably 5 or 6 hours in the cold. So I was glad to come in and warm up.
Yeah. So we're getting some good lessons on how to layer some of the clothes that we have to be more effective.
Because you don't want to sweat too much, because then as soon as you stop sweating, you get really cold.
Which was my problem today.
Yeah, but we're learning.
Yeah.
And we covered our toes. I think for me, the only thing that got really cold was my toes. So, and then, like, the parts that I've already frostbit before, running in Wisconsin with my sister. Lord.
Thanks, Andrea. I don't want to run. It's minus 40. I want to run.
My favorite part about that whole thing is the nurse said, we can fix, there's going to be no permanent damage to your flesh, but we can't fix what made you go out and run this morning. And I think that's probably what would happen is they'd find us in the pass and they would say, we can fix your skin, but we can't fix what made you ride through this pass at 20 degrees.
With all of your bags and no support.
Oh, I know. So we are doing well. I mean, we were snot machines today, but just because it was so cold,
Yeah.
but we're feeling much better. And
Yeah, we're doing great. Just would like to have some normal southwestern temperatures instead
yeah,
of.
jeez.
Yeah. I was promised an endless fall.
I know. I was promised an endless fall by you.
Jen said it was going to be warm on this entire trip.
It's right now. You know what it is in Phoenix?
65 degrees. Yeah.
We'll be there soon.
We're coming. We're coming, Jeff.
And the chocolate fountain.
Oh my God. So here's the thing. Jen has been obsessed with these awful Golden Corral commercials ever since I put the idea in her head somewhere in North Carolina.
But it's a fountain.
And
of
so,
chocolate.
so I don't know if you've seen these ads, but they've added the endless chocolate fountain, a la like what used to be in like classy brunch places on the dessert table, but they've added it to Golden Corral, the armpit of American cuisine, and we're going.